Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks the question,
What can the kids watch? What is Cowboy Bebop? That was my question. And do you know when I first realised when it first came into my radar?
Okay.
When I bought a t-shirt for you from Primark. Because I was like, I recognise that. I think Andrew likes it. And you were enamoured with it. You were like, yeah, where'd you get this from?
Doesn't work for the audio podcast.
No.
But I am wearing that t-shirt now.
Yes, you are.
6 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You bought it. You will have bought it in one of the COVID gaps.
Okay.
When things were reopened. So we're fucking lucky to have this t-shirt. And
Yes.
the kids love it as well.
Good stuff. But
Cowboy
yes.
Bebop. So, we are not talking about the series. We're talking about the Cowboy Bebop movie from 2001. And the reason we are talking about the movie and why I showed you all the movie as opposed to watching the series is because the movie was my introduction to Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
I had a DVD. No idea what it was. It was just a good-looking cover, and it was an anime, and I usually just bought anime on a whim.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't really matter what it was. I just grabbed anime, and I didn't know what it was. I think it had been on Sky, but I didn't have access to Sky at that time, and I didn't watch any Cowboy Bebop the series. Didn't have a fucking clue what it was. I watched that film, and I thought, oh, that's fantastic. And at the end of it, I still didn't know it was a series. But I followed it. I followed it perfectly fine. And I do think the film operates in that level of you can watch this as a standalone.
Mm-hmm.
But it must have been another... God, it could have been another 15 years later before I actually watched the actual series. Which people think that's fucking mad. Because I'm a big anime guy, and I hadn't fucking seen Cowboy Bebop.
So has it got cult status then?
Massively. But then I suppose you could argue that all anime
Anime.
has cult status. I think it fits into that nook, doesn't it?
When you mentioned about watching it,
Mm-hmm.
I did have my reservations. Even though I hadn't seen it before,
Mm-hmm.
I have seen Ghost in the Shell. When I was younger, I remember flicking through channels at late at night because we had a TV in our bedroom.
Uh-huh.
It soon got taken away when we tried to watch Rocky Horror. And anyway, there was a bit in Ghost in the Shell, and I was like, what is this? And
Was it the bit where she jumps off
a
a building
yes.
naked?
Yeah.
That's the best bit.
I was like, oh, what's this? And so when I think of anime, I think of that bit, and then I think
naked ladies jumping off buildings.
And I'll be honest.
Oh, and then she shoots the guy and his head explodes.
Yeah. And
good.
I was like, I don't think this is for me. So no, and not at a very young age.
Okay.
So
I watched it at a young age.
Did you?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
I had it on VHS.
Did you? Was it worn down over the years?
That scene, maybe.
Oh. Anyway, there was a bit in Cowboy Bebop that I was thinking, oh no.
I know the bit.
Oh no. But thankfully it didn't go as bad as what I thought it could have done. So
do you want to explain what that is?
So the bad guy Vincent,
Who looks like Bob Dylan.
What are they? The little marble.
Oh, he's got a virus that's within what looks like a marble.
And he's let one go. No, he's activated one.
Yes.
Yeah? And so this one guy dies, and then one of the heroines comes in, and she gets overcome with...
It's Faye, isn't it?
Yeah, Faye comes in. And she gets overcome with the virus.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to rape her.
Yeah, he pulls a switchblade.
Yeah.
And basically removes the buttons that...
of her top.
Keep her tits at bay. And then...
And I was thinking,
but you do not see them.
No, you don't.
They are large enough that they sort of flop to the sides a
Either
little,
that,
and
or
the shirt is still covering them.
Oh, she's got some really good tape.
Tape on the
tip tape. I can't even say it. Tip tape. Yeah, and I was thinking,
so you don't... There's also a bit where the lady Electra is bandaging herself up, and you get some side boob.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would argue those two bits are the worst of the bits.
Okay, yeah.
For
I'll
nudity.
agree. Yeah.
Violence, however,
There is
this
a
film's fucking got it. The amount of folk that gets shot in the fucking forehead, point blank range, is incredible.
Yeah.
Kids loved this film.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they want to watch the series. You wouldn't have watched.
I would like to watch a series.
Yeah.
I'd even give is it on Netflix?
Yeah, the live
version.
action Netflix. I mean, the thing about that is, I remember when they showed they released a poster of the three of them.
Yeah.
And my instant honest reaction was, wow, they look fucking great. And then after that, it was all the stuff where it was like, he's too old, he's too black.
She's not sexy enough.
She's not sexy enough and too short. And it's like, I thought they looked great. But as I've already explained, I'm not... I really enjoy Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
But I've come to it, other than this film, I've come to it so much later that it's not... It's not... I don't worship it. I'm not worshipping at the altar of Cowboy Bebop. It's just a thing I really enjoy, as opposed to being like, they have to get it absolutely spot on,
I
perfect
think you'd
right.
find it really hard, though, to get people to look exactly like the anime characters.
Yes.
Because if you think of how big the eyes are on
See,
the girls
that's
in
the
anime.
thing. I thought, I don't know the name of the actress. I do know she's in the Jurassic World movies, but I thought she did look a lot like Faye. I don't know. I just thought she looked right to me.
Well, yeah.
As
We did watch the first episode of
the Netflix
series,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I've only watched 3 episodes because I actually gave up because I actually think the action is a little slow and a bit too stylized, and I was like, I could do with this being faster, but I think we are going to give it a proper shot. But the anime is great. But anyway, back to this film.
Do you know who I like? The character.
Is it Ed?
Yeah, Edward. She's just mental.
Yes, she is. Should we maybe explain what Cowboy Bebop is?
Before we go into characters. Yes, you can do it.
So it's set in the future. It's on Mars. Cowboys are basically the term for bounty hunters, and it follows the adventures of Spike, Jet, Ed, Faye, and Ein, who is a dog, and they are just fun, starving, reckless bounty hunters. Well, Jet isn't reckless. Jet actually wants to do the jobs properly, but Spike is a bit gun-ho, but also he's quite cool. Far too cool for school, and just a really laid-back, like just a sexy, cool anime character.
Yeah.
Jet is full of worries, and Ed is a hacker, and he's very wacky.
She.
Sorry, she.
It's a she.
It is a she,
but
it's called Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because she was designed as a male character to begin with, and then they were like, it might be more fun to have this be a girl.
But she's just really childish, but she's really good at hacking.
And incredibly wacky
Yeah.
and weird. And Ed, in the series, Ed doesn't come into it right away. And then there's Faye, who's a rival bounty hunter who throws her lot in with the Bebop team. Bebop's the ship.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. It's little 20-minute fun bounty hunter wacky things, and a lot of really bizarre way of thinking in that way that Japanese things always are, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Big fan of Japanese TV and movies, and I like how they approach things. I like, it's worth watching because it's something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have a different perspective on something I already know. Great. Yeah. Let's see how you guys interpret this sort of thing. So, little thing, lots of things that we've mentioned. One already, the thing about the Faye's top being cut open, but there's a lot of other things in this film that are maybe going to be something that parents might be sensitive over. Like I said, the violence is the gun violence in particular is very full on.
Yeah.
There's a really good joke early on about someone having a shit whilst they're doing a robbery, and that's very funny. There is a male prostitute. Yeah, it's a male prostitute dressed as a lady. They're knocking on doors, and this massive fucking stacked male prostitute opens the door, and he's wearing a negligee.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
You have it's not a terrorist organisation because it's a lone person acting, isn't it?
Yes.
And they're going to release a virus. Now, anyone who's been alive in the last 5 or 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit close to home.
It was a bit, more so...
Watching it post-COVID.
I haven't watched it since COVID.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things, though. There's a lot of media out there that involves viruses.
Yeah, biological weapons.
When you watch them after COVID, it's like, well done. This is what it was, yeah. And a bit more so. So, yeah, that was... it's a hard pill to swallow, that.
Yeah. But... the guy seems to be immortal in a way. A lot of things don't seem to bother him.
Yes. Yeah, he seems to be...
invincible.
Tampered with.
Yeah.
Yes. I would... Do you know what? I've written it down and I don't want to waste this opportunity. So this is directed by... And I'm rubbish with Japanese names, but it's Shinichiro Watanabe is the director of this. It's actually co-directed, but he's the credited director. So the other one is Yoshuki Takei.
Okay.
That's what I think. Or Takai.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, don't, because my pronunciation's terrible. But they seem to be the people who were involved in the series as well. So the film does have a proper good continuity with the series. It's not set at the end of the series. It's set part way towards the end. Mm-hmm. But once again, definitely made with the intention of this can stand alone. And they must have been thinking... People might watch this film and then go and watch the series as a result of it. And, I mean, that did happen to me, but it was obviously a big fucking gap in years.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that. The music plays a huge part in Cowboy Bebop.
Bluesy type American-y thing to it.
So the lady who does the music is Yoko Kanno. Mm-hmm. And she spent time in America, went to places like New Orleans and...
funky kind of
it's all kinds of things. There's
jazz.
a really good pop song very early on, actually.
Yeah.
Not on the credits. It's like someone's listening to it in one of the vehicles, and that sounds excellent. Mm-hmm. The style... She seems to just have an incredibly eclectic style, but does... focus heavily on jazz and blues.
Well, they're very American, aren't they?
Of course, yeah. But yeah, the music is superb. I do believe, from the point of view of the creatives, apparently they were like, if we make the music as Western as possible, that will
open the market.
That will open the market. And you know what? It obviously did. So, it is questionable whether this is okay for kids. It's a 12 certificate, but my rule of thumb is, with animes, if it were live action, it would be the next rating up.
So you think it was a 15?
Yes.
Okay.
And, oh my god, I mean, that's why when you watch an 18 certificate anime, you are guaranteed to get everything you want from an anime if it's 18 certificate.
Yeah, there's a lot of porn in anime, isn't there?
There is, yeah. Some good stuff.
You better hide the DVDs and Blu-rays.
There's an 18 certificate anime that caused a bit of controversy called Yuratsukadoji, The Legend of the Overfiend. And... the Overfiend has a bunch of cocks, and there's a bit where its massive cocks are just ripping through a hospital, and if you're near one of these cocks, it absorbs people, so people are just being melded into the willy. I'm not asking you to watch it. I'm
No,
just
I don't
telling
think I
you.
want to.
I know. I'm just telling you that exists. There's 4 of them, I think.
Now, I think, in Akira,
Yes.
what happens at the end? Is it a big, massive blob?
He struggles so much to control and contain his powers. I think it's Tetsuo, that he starts to mutate and does become a gigantic, pulsating, blobby brain kind of
Does he
thing.
kind of absorb people?
Not in the way that the Overfiend does.
Okay.
But people, it feels more like people who get caught within it just get crushed. There's a
Right.
bit where there's a girl screaming, and as it engulfs her, you get a blood splatter. Whereas this is legit like these people, right, let's pretend the cock is plasticine and the people are plasticine, and you just mashed a person into the cock, and they've just become part of the cock.
You learn something
But
new every day.
yeah, but but they're not like, it's not like a fleshy person trying to push their way out of the skin of the cock. They're just gone. They're into the cock and gone. Whereas Akira is more, you're just getting crushed, I think.
Both the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, especially
I don't think I'll be watching
Overfiend.
that
Legend.
one.
Yuratsuka Doji.
No, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, it's 12 certificate.
Yeah.
But treat it more like a 15 certificate. I would argue it's the violence of it that is possibly the problem. Mm-hmm. There's bad language.
Yes. But then you've got the little comic relief in Ed.
Oh, and the bit where the dog, Ein, has a pumpkin on its head, and the
It's on
animation's so fucking good. And, like, that is what a dog that's what a dog of that shape would look like, trying to get that thing off its fucking head. It's so cute.
I agree. I think that it's probably it is 12 and
For
over.
a reason, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
our
kids watched it.
Our kids watched it, and we're absolutely fine with it. I'm going to tell you a little story before we leave.
Yep.
So, as of recording, which is not when the episode, we record quite ahead in advance, don't we?
We do, yeah.
So yeah, this is going to go out in a few weeks' time. I went on a school trip with our daughter.
Oh yes, you went to the local museum.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in a group with our daughter. I
No.
was put into a different group, which I suppose is fair.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy, but it's fair.
Okay.
And there was a kid who we do know.
Okay.
Don't know them so well, but they go to a after-school thing that our daughter and son also go to.
Okay.
And he told me, I don't know why this came up, but I think it might have been something to do with the t-shirt I was wearing. I was wearing a Transformers t-shirt, so he wanted to talk to me about,
Transformers.
well, films in general.
Yeah.
And he told me, and bear in mind this is a 9-year-old kid, he told me that he's watched Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, on one end, as soon as he said that, I was like, fucking hell, mine and Tracy's podcast is fucking irrelevant, isn't it? What can the kids watch? Whatever the fuck they want, apparently. But I looked at him. I looked at him straight in the eye, and I said, "Yeah, I bet you have, and I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't understand 50% of what was said in that film. How can you possibly know what rimming is at like 9 years old?" But I thought, who the fuck? How's he? So I'll put my cards on the table. Yeah, I've shown the kids Cowboy Bebop, and I'm going to show them the series, and we've shown them other things that are possibly questionable. Beetlejuice, the Blues Brothers, 15 certificates. The Deadpool films are 15 certificates as well. But there are differences. On International Women's Day, his girlfriend fucks him in the arse.
Yeah.
I'm not showing them
Deadpool.
that sort of thing.
No.
And it's...
See,
once again, I bet I can't guarantee it. I should have asked. I should have asked that simply out of research. But I would have been interested to know if his younger brother had also watched it.
Oh yeah, because he does. Yeah,
He has a younger. You know who I'm talking about,
yeah,
don't you?
yeah, I do. Yeah.
And this kid, right? I have witnessed be a very sensitive little boy, easily upset.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
It surprises me that anyone would show him those things. And I'm wondering, was he just left alone? Was it just, put that on. It's a superhero thing.
However, you say that, but
Yeah.
isn't there Deadpool costumes for kids?
There are, but
And-
there are Spider-Man cartoons for kids where Deadpool is in it and he's toned down.
Okay, yeah.
For example, not that it really matters because it was such a long time ago and the character wasn't properly developed, but don't forget he has a weird little cameo in X-Men. There is a bit where I think Wolverine's maybe hallucinating and he sees Deadpool. So he's in that cartoon, and he's in there was another Spider-Man cartoon that was within the last 20 years or 15 years maybe, and he was in that, and he didn't swear obviously because it was a kids cartoon, it was on like Disney Channel. So he can be done. And then in the 90s Spider-Man series, the fucking greatest fucking Spider-Man series of all, they had like the Punisher and they had Michael Morbius the vampire, and they were able to take these characters but just tone them down.
Do you know what? Now you said
kids.
that, I've definitely got a Deadpool trading card from my X-Men 95.
There you go.
Yeah.
Point is that those characters can exist in a PG universe.
Yeah.
And I know they can because I've seen them. I've seen them do it. But that's not what those films are.
No.
And once again, I know we're talking about Cowboy Bebop and talking about the violence in Cowboy Bebop, but you and I both agree that it maybe is better aimed at older kids, but the difference there is we will sit and we're not going to put this on for them and walk away.
No.
It's about watching it. So if there are
With the
questions,
kids.
yeah, if there's questions, they can be answered and or dealt with. And our kids, as a result of that, although they're daft as fuck sometimes and wacky, they do have a sometimes grown up understanding of things because of some of the things they've watched. I think
Yes.
that's fair to say. So I just was a little taken aback, but then having said that, it's not the first time someone has told me that they've let their kid watch Deadpool. And I don't think that is suitable.
I think they need to be at least secondary school age.
I guess, but it's not.
But yeah.
That is not. I don't think that's okay. But then once again, what do I fucking know? I was watching Hellraiser as a child, but it did scare the shit out of me, so didn't want to watch it again. Oh, and Total Recall. God, I watched Total Recall too young.
Yeah. The woman with
Three boobs. Yeah. Well, it's not just that. It's the
There's
whole.
lots
it's a
of-
whole fucking whorehouse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to maybe work it through. Would you?
Okay, well, I agree. I don't think we'll be showing our kids Deadpool.
No,
anytime soon.
I don't want to either. So don't expect an episode on that.
No.
But then, you know, like I say, there'll be episodes where people are like, fuck you for not showing them Deadpool. You showed them Blues Brothers. And it's like, yeah, fair dues. That's on me, I guess. But for some reason, in my brain, there are levels. And I think Deadpool is the other side of the level.
Yeah. Okay then. Fair enough. So, would you recommend Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, I would, but maybe aim a little older
Yeah.
than what our kids are. Maybe the girl, 9. Depends on your kids. But and if you were doing episodes, I think you might some episodes more than the others.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna watch a series, you want to fucking watch the whole fucking thing, don't you? You don't want to pick and choose episodes. That's
No.
not how things work. Plus, there's backstory to develop and characters getting introduced all the fucking time. But yes, but I would say the Cowboy Bebop anime movie is not a terrible place to start as a taster for what this show is about. If you don't want to throw yourself into the series and you want to maybe have a taster, that film is perfectly standalone. The only issue is, I guess, characters are in the film that don't get introduced in the series right away. So if you're waiting on, like, Ed, you're going to wait 9 episodes.
Ooh, that's a long time.
It is, but you get a lot of fucking great 9 episodes.
Okay, yes.
Okay, lovely. I think that's it then.
I agree with what you say.
Well, that's lovely.
Bye.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you.
You don't agree with that, though, do you?
No.
Well, you are. You're absolutely lovely.
Oh, well, thank you. That can get cut out later.
No,
anyway.
it won't. Bye.
Bye.